Hi guys, my name is Cody Fecals. Um, I just got done checking out the Rib Fest here in Erie. It's pretty cool. Well, I was asked to give a reason for my hope, and I'll answer this in two ways. I have 2 points I think that are important. The first thing is, realistically, naturally, I have no reason to believe that anything is going to happen to me after I die. The best that I can get, naturally speaking, is when I die, my cells and the energy inside of me will dissipate into biological and cellular life around me, and at best, my energy turns in the atmosphere and the cycle of life continues, okay? And that can seem kind of nihilistic or meaningless, if that's all there is. But, the Christian narrative speaks something different. And it says that we won't just end, that in fact life will continue forever. In fact, the life that is to come is an eternal, loving contemplation of God, which is amazing. But the reason I think that makes sense is, in our life, in our relationships, we desire more. We always seem to be going after more. Love is something that we always want. We want to be loved, and we're almost never satisfied in this life, as if there's always a burning desire for more. Well, the Christian worldview and the Catholic Church teaches us that is a desire for God, for the infinite, okay? And that is one reason for my hope. That in the life to come, I don't just become a sack of cells that ends and that's it, but rather that infinite relationship that I'm desiring in this life and truth itself as we seek it is something that we'll have in the presence of God forever. So that's awesome. And the other thing I wanted to say is, in our life, there's things that we do that we like to do them, but we know that they hurt other people. And we also hate when people do them to us, namely things of pride. We're prideful and they hurt others, and we don't like when people are prideful towards us. And what the Christian worldview tells us is that those, I'll call them vices, those things which harm other people, they aren't meant to end at enslaving you, but rather to invite that God that loves us, like I just said, that loves you into your life. He can come into your life and effectively work with you to work on your vices and to help strengthen you in virtue, so that we can become like God, become like Him, become good and holy. There's a classic understanding in the early church about Jesus that He became men so that we can become like Him. So that is amazing, that God would desire to be with us such that He invites us to be partakers in the divine life with love of God and the Father, and God the Father, the Son, and the Holy Spirit. So that is a reason for my hope, that life just doesn't end here, and I'm in infinite relationship with God and contemplation of all things true, good, and beautiful, and that my vices aren't things that enslave me, but rather they're avenues for God to work His grace so that virtue can be something attainable in this life, namely that we become more like God. So hope that helped. That's a reason for my hope.